Welcome back. Now let me ask you a question. Are you a religious person? Does religion affect the way you live your life? And do you think it should affect the way you are governed? Let me turn to you, Pastor Bakari, because you are a Pentecostal pastor. What do you think about the formal introduction of Sharia law in some northern states over the last decade or so?
Sharia is not new to Nigeria. It's been part of our culture and part of our people. The problem will arise if you elevate Sharia above the Nigerian constitution. For as long as people practice their religion in line with the law, it does not conflict with either their service to public or whatever they do. At CPC level, that is a Congress for Progressive Change, this is one of the things we have considered very thoroughly. We identify that it's not ordinary Nigerian citizens practicing their religion that is causing the conflict, but those who are profiting from religious crisis. Well, listening to Governor Jang of the Plateau State, he said they are untouchable. And he will identify them at the appropriate time, and the law enforcement agents, I hope, will do so. But let me tell you what we have done at CPC. It's been my privilege over the years to speak truth to power. It's been my privilege to raise the standard of God consciousness to a people, that the purpose of government is the welfare of a people. There's no religion that contradicts that, not in our nation. We have also gone further to state in our manifesto that we would initiate policies to ensure that Nigerians are free to live and work in any part of the country by removing state of origin, tribe, ethnic, and religious affiliations from documentation requirements and replace them with state of residence.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ms. Adiola, what is the ACN solution to religious crisis in this country as that have manifested themselves in places like Jos?
Our position is that religion is between a person and his or her God. The values of faith are meant to manifest in the conduct of the believer. But when it is politicized, it then gets elevated to a level that religion is not meant for. Two sayings from Christ. One was, "Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's." You know, in other words, we can draw a line that is clear between these. And the other one is, "Let your light shine before men so that they can see your good work and glorify your Father in heaven." It's about your work, if it is good. By the time we now get to a point where we begin to draw the differences as opposed to use those differences as our strength, then we've lost it. For us in AC, a Nigerian is welcome to stay in any part of the country and welcome to participate in the affairs of the community and the society in which he has found himself at any point in time. That is the position of our party.
The ACN is the only party that is presenting a Muslim ticket at the next elections at the highest level. Did you do this by accident, or was it something, I mean, were there any sensibilities to the fact that actually this is a country that is, you know, more or less evenly divided between Muslims and Christians, and therefore the Christians ought to be represented on your ticket?
Your statement is a perspective. I can also say to you that the ACN is the only party that is presenting two fresh pairs of eyes to solve Nigeria's problems, right? You are now looking at them as Muslim, of the so many things that they are. That is just the way both gentlemen.
Isn't that the way a lot of Nigerians will look at you, whether you admit it or not, because religion is important in this country?
To the extent that we remain poor and we do not mind that which we should mind, to the extent that we continue to divert attention from the main issues, then religion will remain important. The purpose of our coming into government is to attend to the urgent need of poverty, to attend to the urgent need of education, to attend to the eradication of corruption, give us light, electricity, so that people can work. When people are able to do this consistently and regularly, religion will go back to where it should be, the relationship between the man and his God in the manner that he has chosen it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Adiola. Mr. Oyegun, I'd quite like to hear how your party, if you are elected into government, will address the complex issue of religious / ethnic crisis in Nigeria.
Well, I think I'm the only one here who can say we have already addressed that problem. Look at Kano today. And I mean that with all seriousness. Kano, for anybody here in this audience who can remember Kano, it used to be the incendiary point of religious and ethnic conflicts in this country. Today, whatever is going on in Borno State, whatever is going on in Plateau State, whatever is going on in Bauchi, seems to totally have no effect. How did we do it? How did Malam Ibrahim Shekarau, the ANPP candidate, do it? That is what we are offering to Nigerians. We know the answers.
How did he do it?
We know the problems. First and foremost, he established, as a matter of fact, he was the first to do so, an orientation program, and took those two basic quotations from the Bible, one from the Bible, one from the Quran, that you cannot love God unless you love your neighbor. Basically, in the Bible, it says, the greatest commandment of all is to love your God with all your heart, your strength, and your might. And the second is like unto it, that you love your neighbor as yourself. And he has managed to bring the religions together in Kano through this orientation program over time. And not only that, I hear this thing about origin. Again, it's something we have addressed in Kano. His cabinet is the only one I know in this country that has Igbos. I know Lagos State has Igbos, and also Yorubas as part of his cabinet. So he has already made the point to the nation that your ethnic group, where you come from doesn't matter as much as being part of the society in which you have decided to settle. We have solved that problem.
Thank you.